Here's an alternative question. Let's quickly look at its key points. When there were 13 marbles in each box, the last box had only 2 marbles. And when there were 7 marbles in each box, there were 25 marbles left. Now we're supposed to find the number of marbles there were altogether. So, in the beginning, when there were 13 marbles in each box, the last box only had 2 marbles. But when there were 7 marbles in each box, we are left with 25 marbles. So for these boxes, except for the last box, there were 13 marbles first, and then it became 7 marbles, which means that 6 marbles were removed. For the last box, there was 2 marbles first, and then it became 7 marbles, which means 5 marbles were added. So at first, 25 marbles were there. Since 5 marbles were added to the last box, let's add 5 marbles. This gives us 30 marbles. So basically 13 marbles were taken out from each box that contained 13 marbles. So if 6 marbles were removed from one box, let's find out how many boxes are required to remove 30 marbles. It will be 30 divided by 6, which gives us 5. So the total number of boxes would be 5 plus 1, which is the last box. And this gives us 6 boxes altogether. We are supposed to find the number of marbles that there were altogether. This would be 5 times 13, which is all the boxes that had 13 marbles each, plus 2, which is the number of marbles that there were in the last box. This gives us 65 plus 2, which is 67, and that would be our answer. To check our question, we know that the total number of marbles was 67. And the total number of boxes was 6. So let's find out the total number of marbles when there were 7 marbles in each box. It would be 7 marbles per box plus 25 extra marbles, which is 6 times 7 plus 25. This gives us 42 plus 25, which is 67 marbles. This is the same as the number of marbles that there were when there were 13 marbles in each box. So our calculation is correct. We can solve this question using algebra as well. Let's assume that the number of boxes is equal to x. So initially, when each box had 13 marbles, the total number of marbles would be x minus 1, where we exclude the last box, times 13 plus 2, which is the number of marbles in each box. If there were 7 marbles in each box, then the total number of marbles would be x times 7 plus 25, which is the number of marbles that were left over. We know that these two equations are equal because they both represent the total number of marbles. So, x minus 1 times 13 plus 2 is equal to x times 7 plus 25. So, 13x minus 13 plus 2 is equal to 7x plus 25. 13x minus 7x is equal to 25 plus 11. So 6x is equal to 36. We can calculate x by taking 36 and dividing it by 6. And this gives us 6, which is the total number of boxes. But we are supposed to find the total number of marbles there were altogether. So let's take this equation to calculate the total number of marbles. It would be x minus 1 times 13 plus 2. Put x in the equation. We get 6 times 13 plus 2, which is 65 plus 2. And that gives us our answer as 67 marbles. We can use the same method to check our calculations as well.